At this point, you should have finished numbers 6 through 10 and should be ready to check your answers. On number 6, I rearranged this so that it was in y equals mx plus b. I just flipped the negative 6x and the 1 around. I graphed it. I had a y-intercept of 1 and a slope of negative 6, so I went down 6 and over 1. The only ordered pair that is in the shaded area is choice D, negative 1, 1. You also could have plugged this point in. The y value is 1, so y is less than 1 minus 6x. The x value is negative 1. 1 is less than 1. Negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6, so 1 is less than 7. That is a true statement. It is the solution. On number 7, which graph represents the inequality? Negative 2x plus 3y equals 12. You should have solved this for y. 3y greater than 2x plus 12. Divide by 3. Y is greater than 2/3 x plus 4. Automatically, you know this should be a dotted line, so it cannot be B and it cannot be D. Since it is greater than, it should be shaded up. The correct answer was A. The graph of 0.5x minus 2y equals 3 is shown on the grid. Which ordered pair is in the solution if you change this to greater than or equal to? There's a few different ways you could have solved this. You could have solved your inequality for y, remembering that you need to flip the inequality symbol when you divide by negative, and this tells you would have shaded down. Or you could have just graphed all of these points and looked for the one that was different. So all 3 of these points are on the same side. We only need 1 point that's a solution. This point, 2, negative 1, is on the solid line, so that is the solution. Okay, which graph represents the inequality? Negative 2x plus 7y is less than or equal to 112. This would have to be a solid line, so it could not be A and it could not be D. If you solved this, you would get 7y is less than or equal to 2x plus 112. Divide everything by 7. You get y is less than or equal to 2 over 7x plus 112 over 7. The important part here being your inequality symbol is less than, meaning you need to shade down. The correct answer should have been C, shaded underneath that line. Okay, number 10, which ordered pair is in the solution set of y is greater than or equal to 1/3 x plus 4? If you graphed this, you would have the y-intercept is 4. You go up 1 over 3 in both directions. Solid line. And it is greater than or equal to, you should have shaded up. I would plot all these points on the graph. Negative 6, 1. Not in the solution. Negative 1, positive 6 is in the solution. 6, negative 1, not in the solution. And 1, negative 6. The correct answer should have been B. At this point, I want you to take the next 5 minutes to finish numbers 11 through 14. If you finish those, start on number 15. But cross off number 13. There is not a correct answer. So pause here and finish 11 through 14. Okay, number 11, you should have automatically crossed off A and D because we need a solid line and that is dotted. It is greater than, so you needed to have shaded above the line. The correct answer should have been B. Number 12, which graph represents the solution set of y is less than or equal to negative 4x? You needed a solid line. You should have crossed off A and B. Less than or equal to means you need to shade down. The correct answer is C. Okay, number 13 we crossed off. Number 14, it says the graph of f of x equals x squared is transformed to create g of x equals x plus 7.5 squared, which describes this transformation. Inside the parenthesis is opposite, so this actually moves our graph to the left 7.5 units. You should have chosen option B. Okay, the last part of this assignment, guys, number 15, everyone's answers are going to look slightly different. I do expect this to be finished when you turn this in tomorrow. It says create your own graph and function notation for each and explain your reasoning. So vertical shift, for example, you could say y equals x squared plus 2. If I sketch a graph, a vertical shift would shift my graph up 2 places. Okay, so I want you to do that for each of the following. Be ready to turn this in tomorrow. If you have questions, send me a message on Schoology or come see me in the morning.